Okay, so this is going to be a very quick tutorial on how to utilize your Chrome Google account so that you can save your bookmarks, which will come in handy later on when we're doing searches. And I'll go ahead and show you very briefly how you can also do this with Firefox. And I will go ahead and note that neither Safari nor Edge provide you as good of a solution for why you would be doing this because they are not cross-platform friendly. Safari obviously can be used only on Macs, and Edge can only be used on Windows. So both Chrome and Firefox are cross-platform. So it means you can go from computer to computer, whether it's your computer, library computer, lab computer. So the main reason for doing this is because it allows you to save passwords, bookmarks, files that are in accounts because you've saved all of these things so they're readily available, which means no matter where you're at or what computer you're on, you'll be able to pull up your files. If you've seen me in my classroom, you'll notice that I always pull up my files readily available. If I've got a movie clip that I need to use, if I need a file inside my Microsoft Office 365 account, my OneDrive account, I can easily bookmark that and it will automatically log me in. If I want to go to a link for a search, which is something that we're going to be doing in the next tutorial on using Google Scholar, it can save that search, and I can always come back to it. I can always also go directly to the article that is referenced in the search, and I can even upload an article that I've downloaded on any computer, which means if you've logged into, say, the University of Florida's databases, if you're on campus at UF and you needed to find some articles that were not available in Santa Fe's database, and you as a student at Santa Fe have access to their databases through their library computers. You can log in to your account while on one of their computers, and then you can easily have access to all of your own files, your OneDrive accounts, your bookmarks, etc. And anything that you access on the UF computers, you can then upload into your account for future use, which means if you've got a day to go to UF's library and you only have one day, but you want to get a lot done during that day, you can pull all of that information up at that time, and then you can access it later when you're actually doing the writing and research on your paper. So, without further ado, very quickly, both Firefox and Chrome kind of look at it, go about it the same way. You're basically syncing an account. It's a little easier with Chrome because you simply use a Gmail account and everything syncs up. Firefox, you will see, it's almost the same. You just have to set up a Firefox account. And I'm going to show you very quickly with a Google account anyway. This happens to be on a Mac, so it's a little different, or it has a couple of different options. One of the things you could do is just come up here to People and click on Add Person. Now, this is a similar environment to what you would see in a lab where nothing is set up yet. Both on a Windows or on a Mac, on Chrome, the easiest way is to come over here and click on this little icon in the right-hand corner of the browser, and you'll see that there's an option to turn on sync. Now, if you've logged onto your own computer, you might see a lot of different accounts lined up here, but most labs, this is going to clear off every time you log out, which also means that when you log out of a lab computer, all of the information, etc., that you put in there will be cleared out, and you'll start from scratch next time. Even if you log onto the same computer, you'll be starting from scratch again, which is fine. That's why we're doing this, because it's very easy to sync it up the second that you log in. Now, you'll notice when I turn this on, the first thing it's going to ask me to do with Chrome is to log in using my Google account, but that's also a Gmail account. So if I log in with my regular, this is my made-up Santa Fe English student account, it'll instantly recognize that as a Gmail account, and I'll log in, and voila, I'm now logged in. And you will notice that there's not much difference when we start looking at how you log into Firefox. There's a similar drop-down menu that you can see, and you turn on sync, and the only real difference between this and the Chrome is that you have to set up a separate account. So if it's the first time you've ever done this, it's going to ask you to establish an account. Once you do, the rest of it is very similar to the way that Chrome works, that you can save bookmarks in a bookmark bar. You can upload folders. You can save your login passwords, etc. So it becomes almost identical. The only time that it's not as convenient as Chrome is when you get around to saving your settings in Google Scholar. It's almost as convenient, but there's a few things that synchronize a little better between Chrome and obviously its own search engine and Firefox. But for the most part, they are identical in the way that they function. And right now you can see my little icon is matched up. That's our little Saints logo. And it asks you if you want to sync. Yes, I'm in. When I say yes, I'm in, you're going to notice that up here that a bookmarks bar has popped up. And figuring out how to use bookmarks is something that you can probably find elsewhere. But you can see that I have the bookmarks here in a drop-down menu, but which does not show up, unfortunately, on a Windows machine. But this will show up on a Windows machine with the folders that I've created. You can see I created a Santa Fe folder with my Microsoft Mail, if I want to log into eSanta Fe, or if I log into Canvas, log into Teams, or just in Microsoft Office in general, or my OneDrive account, or a specific folder in Teams, all of these are available, or even my Gmail account. I can also create my own folders for my research. So if I created a research folder here, you can see that feminist criticism on chick flicks, maybe that is my research topic. So anything I find here, I'm going to start bookmarking. And bookmarking is relatively a simple process. If I was going to, say, just do a general Google search on chick flicks as a topic, that's pretty broad, but just to see what pops up. And I wanted to start, even though this might not be an academic or scholarly article, I want to start with a Wikipedia definition just to get the ball rolling. That's worth keeping. So I can grab this, drop it into my folder, and then now, no matter where I am when I log in, I can always come back to that link. Now, it's a Wikipedia link, but this will work for any file, any location on the web. The other nice thing about it, however, is if I click on my OneDrive account, for example, or any other Santa Fe account, you'll see that because I've synchronized everything, I have it memorized, in this case student ID, and I don't have to remember anything, it's automated. So it's almost like it's my own computer, even though it's not. So I'm now logged into my account. I could also open up another tab, go to my Teams account, go to my Canvas account. So it keeps everything together. In other words, you're taking it with you. And again, as I said, the benefit of this is when you get into a library and you want to upload a file, it's very convenient. So you could upload a PDF, for example, or you can copy and paste an article that you found that you only have access to when you're at UF, but maybe most of the time you're at home working on your paper. So this is a good way to make use of these browsers to save you time and to help you organize. And that is the name of the game when it comes to research, is organization. So finding the best tools to minimize you spinning your wheels and looking around without getting much productive work at it is a way that you can avoid that by keeping it all together in one place. Hope this helps, and the next tutorial will be specifically on how to actually use Google Scholar to get more out of your searches, and then from that we will move on into utilizing all of the library databases.